know my bip-bopping days are over. I hung my boots up and then retired from the disco floor. The center of my so-called being is the space between your bed and wardrobe with the Louvre doors.
When I ask Dad what he thinks happened to Mom, he always says,
"What's most important is for you to understand it's not your fault."
You'll notice that wasn't even the question. When I press him, he says,
"The truth is complicated. There's no way one person can ever know everything about another person."
Mom disappears into thin air 2 days before Christmas without telling me. Of course it's complicated. Just because it's complicated, just because you think you can't ever know everything about another person, it doesn't mean you can't try. It doesn't mean I can't try. Today is Monday, November 15th, and we're having Bayside Yunnan for supper. Mom doesn't cook, so we eat a lot of takeout.
Oh, Elgin, listen to this. Bee is a pure delight. Her love of learning is infectious, as are her kindness and humor. The year is only a third over, but already I am mourning the day Bee graduates from Gaylor Street and heads out into the world.
I understand she is applying to boarding schools back east. I envy the teachers who get to meet Bee for the first time and to discover for themselves what a lovely young woman she is.
Oh, Bee.
We are so proud of you. Our clever girl.
You do remember. You said if I got perfect grades, I could have anything I wanted for a graduation present?
I remember warding off talk of a pony.
That was when I was little. I don't want a pony now.
No?
No. I want a family trip to Antarctica.
What?
I have a brochure. We have to go at Christmas. That's their summer. So we have to go in, like, a month.
Right. Wow. Bernadette? I mean, you really hate to travel.
I was just thinking you have a lot on work, Elgin. It's not really practical, is it?
Well...
Oh, my God. That's a yes. That's a yes. Woo!
Mom has a virtual assistant in India. Her name's Manjula. She is extremely efficient, works around the clock, and earns 75 cents an hour. Today is Tuesday, November 16th, and none of us know about Manjula yet. But we will.
Manjula, something unexpected has come up, and I'd love it if you could work extra hours. Apparently, my husband and I told Bee she could have anything she wanted if she graduated middle school with straight A's. The straight A's have arrived, and so what does Bee want? A family trip to Antarctica. Of the million reasons I don't want to go to Antarctica, the main one is that it will require me to leave the house. If I give you the info, could you pretty please take over the paperwork, visas, plane tickets, everything involved with getting we three from Seattle to the White Continent? You have all our credit card details, don't you? Yours with 1,000 thanks, Bernadette.
My mother doesn't like to leave the house. She doesn't like to do stuff with the school, and she absolutely, definitely does not like the other moms.
Audrey!
Sulin, hey, I have a seat for you.
Thank you.
How's work?
Oh, completely crazy. The Microsoft rumor mill has gone into overdrive, and Steve B has called a town hall for weekend after Thanksgiving.
Oh, do you think it...
Yeah, more layoffs, you bet.
Speaking of Microsoft, any sign of Elgin or Bernadette?
Oh, Bernadette never comes to these things. You know, Bea is such a great girl, and Bernadette, it's like she just doesn't even get it.
Oh, yes, the feeling is definitely mutual.
You should see the state of their house. Looks like a dump.
Really?
The garden is out of control, and their trash is full of takeout boxes. I don't mean like 10 or 20. I mean like hundreds.
When I think of how much money Elgin must be on.
And there she is at pickup every day, all dark glasses and silk scarves, so she never gets out of the car.
Gaylor Street is a bit of an also-ran in the Seattle school stakes, so they've hired an endowment consultant to improve our standing. The terminally jargonated Ollie-O.
Gaylor Street parents, hello. We have to emancipate ourselves from what I call the Subaru parent mentality and start thinking more like a Mercedes parent. Okay. The choice of private schools is both aspirational and fear-based. Mercedes parents are afraid their children won't get the best education possible, and which has absolutely nothing to do with actual education and everything to do with the number of other Mercedes parents at that school. So, first action item in the Powell plan is a prospective parent brunch to be filled with the elite of Seattle. Okay, I'm looking for a venue. Somewhere aspirational.
Hi, Oliver. My name is Audrey Griffin. I'm Kyle's mom. And myself and Mr. Griffin have a really sizable craftsman in Queen Anne's.
Wow, Audrey, awesome offer. Saturday, December 11th is the target date. This puppy has all the ingredients of an epic game changer.
Manjula, thank you. All this Antarctica stuff is fantastic. I'm scanning our passports where you'll find our birth dates, exact spelling of names, and all that other good stuff. I've thrown in driver's licenses and social security numbers just to be safe. I see there's a packing list. Why don't you get us 3 of everything? I'd also like a fishing vest, one with a lot of zippered pockets. I have this idea that I want something for my passport, money, glasses, everything in one place. Have it all shipped to the Mats. Ciao, Bernadette.
Hello.
Hi, Audrey.
Hey, Sue Lynn. Any news on the job front?
Oh, no. But guess who I sat next to on the Microsoft connector this morning?
Who?
Elgin Branch.
And?
Well, I get in, and there's only one seat available, an inside one, between him and the window.
Gosh.
Oh, excuse me. Now, I know he's a level 73 senior VP, and I'm just an admin. But most gentlemen would stand up to let a woman through.
It looks like we're going to finally be getting some sunshine. I'm really looking forward to World Celebration Day. I'm Lincoln's mom, Sue Lynn from Gaylor Street.
Of course. I'd love to chat, but I've got to get this email out.
He grabs some headphones from around his neck and he sticks them right in his ears.
Oh, so rude.
Yeah. Didn't we always figure Bernadette for the ghastly one?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, it turns out her husband is as antisocial as she is. I was so annoyed when I got to work, I Googled Bernadette Fox.
You did?
Oh, by the way, I can't believe we didn't think to do that before, given our, well, you know, let's face it, our obsession with the woman. Anyway, she does not exist.
She doesn't exist?
Oh, there is no Bernadette Fox. Well, there's this architect in L.A., but no Bernadette Fox in Seattle. She's just like this gap, this space.
Goodness.
Oh, Manjula, when I said Mats, I just meant the normal address. You know what it's like when you go to IKEA and you can't believe how cheap everything is, and even though you may not need 100 tea lights, my God, they're only 99 cents for the whole bag. And before you know it, you've dropped $500, not because you needed any of this stuff, but because it was so damn cheap. Of course you don't. But if you did, you'd know what Seattle real estate was like for me. I came up here on a whim. We'd been living in L.A. when Elgie's animation company was bought by Big Brother. Did I say Big Brother? I meant Microsoft. Around the same time, I'd had a huge, hideous thing happen to me, which we definitely do not need to get into. Let's just say it was so huge and so hideous that it made me want to flee L.A. and never return. My first trip up here, Ryan the realtor took me to look at houses.
I think you'll really like this next one.
Really, Ryan? Is it a craftsman?
You don't like craftsmen?
Stop me if I'm wrong. So far today, we've seen turn-of-the-century craftsmen, restored craftsmen, reinterpretation craftsmen, modern craftsmen, reimagined craftsmen, homage to craftsmen. It's like a hypnotist put the whole of Seattle in a collective trance. You are getting sleepy. When you wake up, you will only want to live in a craftsman house. The year won't matter to you. All that will matter is that the walls will be thick, the windows tiny, the room's dark. But, hold on. Wait.
What's that?
It's called Straightgate. It was a Catholic school for wayward girls built at the turn of the century. Every so often, some developer tries to convert it to condos. You'd own the entire hillside, which you can't build on, but it does ensure privacy. Of course, there's some deferred maintenance.
How much are they asking?
400,000.
Manjula, it was IKEA cheap.
You see those boats out there? They're heading across to Bainbridge Island. Lots of people have second homes out there. If you're interested, we could have a look this afternoon.
Oh, Ryan, I am interested.
Tom?
Good morning, Tom. It's Audrey Griffin.
Hey, Audrey.
This is a little embarrassing, but myself and Mr. Griffin paid you a large sum of money just 3 weeks ago to rid our garden of blackberry vines.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're back. And I have a very important brunch on the 11th. The garden needs to be immaculate.
I'm sorry, but those are not your vines. They're coming in from your neighbor's lot. The one with the derelict-looking house on the hill.
Bernadette. Of course, it would be.
Do you want me to have a word with them?
No. Their daughter B is in my son's class. I'll have a word at pickup.
B, honey, over here.
Mom, I think Audrey's waving at you.
No.
Oh, Bernadette! Hi there.
For all that Nat knows, I don't even see her.
Dear parents, forgive this rather unusual email. Word has spread about the incident at pickup yesterday when one parent seems to have run over the foot of another. Please, let's use what happened to Audrey Griffin as a teachable moment. And remember to save our conversations for coffee, not the driveway.
Manjula, attached, please find a scan of an emergency room bill. I suppose I should pay. Can you get it done?
One might be forgiven for thinking that the moms of Gaylor Street are out to get us. My mother says nothing about it, but when I'm next in her study, I just happen to see Audrey's bill from the ER. Guess what? Patient name Audrey Griffin. Total $1,669.53. Patient demanded X-rays, Vicodin, and crutches. Visual inspection and basic neurological examination revealed no injury. Mom calls the other mothers the Gaylor Street Gnats.
Because they're annoying, but not so annoying that you actually want to spend valuable energy on them.
It would be tempting to blame the Gnats for Mom's sudden disappearance, but in truth, that's only half the story.
And tomorrow, Bernadette has a further run-in with Audrey in part 2 of Where Do You Go, Bernadette? By Maria Semple, starring Miranda Richardson and Lydia Wilson. It was adapted for radio by Miranda Davis and directed by Emma Harding.